Timisro Nyabo Trama me why. The answer no beba. But see and engage the space, the frontline major expose, the workers of iniquity, ebao. Asofo atrofo, adadafo, enabrabafo, akohwifo, akromfo. Well, for the consonants. So we are literature, but yes, the consonants of them is coming like kakai. They are thieves, not evil, they are thieves. We are kromfo ye nabrabafo. Hey, expose we. The part 2 of the expose course one, baby, no, and abandon. Now, folks, mini break. My infra break akrana, no, we na ye prapra kwem. The year has just begun. Yes, tonight, you're caught into the first runner of the NPP just ended flag bearership raising. Dr. Bawumia Ewini, yes, yes, tonight we are gauging to do some assessment there, me patrol. Bawumia supporters, Miss Ramu, Mamu ni saying 2 weeks ago, we did all there is to for Kennedy Japan. And I'm a catcher, Munshe, dear baby, Kennedy, a free bow. Obia, ye na yatna senior say. Asofo ya nabrabafo ya kromfo, but for some strange reason, he allowed these self-styled crooks, these self-styled, self-acclaimed, self-imposed, notorious, fake guys to lead his campaign. But that wasn't what we saw. Bawumia is a Muslim, true or false, true. But then again, it begs the question, did we see any Muslim cleric or any Muslim imam out there saying no? So ask yourself all these questions. Why do you think even, Christian prophets could find it so easy? They have to go and prophesy to Bawumia because he will win. Or what? And another catch them say, between Kotoko and Hearts, so mo kobo macha. Any prophets be obe shenkom ewo Kotoko any Hearts match honom. A fake. Because technically one will win. Bakube winning. So what's the point? Bakube winning. So why? We hear prophecy. Up next, politics of today. Politics of today tonight. We assess the elected flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia. What he brings on board as Ghana heads toward the 2028 general elections, and what Ghanaians must know about him at this critical stage. Plus, tonight, build up into our special expose on workers of iniquity following the avalanche of fake prophecy galore that has swept across the national landscape. First of all, what established the belief within the NPP that Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia should win the flag bearership race was the party's long-held tradition. From the party's inception, most of its successful presidential candidates contested several times before eventually winning power. It is therefore believed within the party that Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia may not be an exception to this pattern. However, the critical question remains, are the political dynamics still the same today? Bisahu Sentira MPP for ne year say ekwe bia so esese Bawumia win. We enyatro nye kwaku se mediatro obi anim. Se na wo kan MPP supporters are support crowd dey enko. All right, they are chilling. They are upper crust of the party. Womina susu se eyo mo se womo fele se edwin se ehuni se esese Bawumia winning. But same thing omo believe se esese Bawumia winning no was because party ni wo a long-standing tradition bia. Sa tradition womo susu se obi a webebe di party no enim ebribia ekono. Ah? Say nipa no ese so ko bia be mprenu, mprensa, mprenan and more. Omo ye reference ewo Kufuor so, omo ye reference ema Kufuor, omo ye reference ema Omunya. Enti MPP mpanimfo no esusu se saa necessary eden ye yes Adoma Bawumia. Enti se owura Kennedy Japan ba ho de a ene enya de so omo. First of all, no metimi so ama Kennedy nso ewini same. But the reason why Kennedy will not be allowed to go for glory and meaning to me ya no e omo masema. So no, then na me economy catch am say this time around Bawumia so aye waya de see e bonaba so he deserves it oyade compared to Afrase. But again, some were also making an analogy, be some political analysis, be say, oh, because of Brian Champo, and so any crap. Oka the forerunners, you know, why Kwabena fencing, Kwabena Japan, and why Dr. Osei Dutum, and why Dr. Brian Champo, Kennedy, Oka mo for ni na bomwa, still, womuntimi. Womabano enru baby Bawumia nya druye yeah. But the fundamental question tonight, any assessment here be saying, why any friend Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia of yesterday and today? 2. If yesterday that's Bawumia we know or we heard of, led the MPP to 2024 to go for glory and was unable to win. What then makes the same people to believe that this time this guy can command, can make the magic? So what will be the magic formula this time in the next couple of 2 years to come? Yeah, 2 years to go. They have enough time. So what will make the MPP to command the magic formula? I don't know. So my responsibility would be to sit to make the analysis, and you will join the analysis through the via WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. We'll do a message by making camera. So tonight we're going to go deep. We zero down the Pearson spotlights on the candidates. Last Bawumia and the now. So now versus yesterday. Who is he? God. But one more perception in your far from what they thought for Kufuor and what the thoughts for Kufuor and the thoughts for Akufo, the both former president. It's almost the same as I see the same the Bawumia. But the question, the dynamics, the same as a nana. Let's move forward now. But the bigger question, the party has still, failed to answer. Have failed to answer. Both to its grassroots supporters and foot soldiers, or if you like, voters, is this. What exactly was captured in its own internal report prepared on February 16, 2025? What document? That document, raised serious and fundamental issues, which to date have not been sufficiently addressed before any consideration is given to is given to re-electing the same candidate for 2028. These concern deserves a critical and honest examination. So what were the key issues highlighted in that report, and what if anything has been done about them up to this day? Report in any on fan to screen name MPP for enye kwekwana na Troy. Now, that report it raises very critical issues bia. Ye bisa say, by the way, MPP for mashesa enyoma considerations na ansana mudi bedru hana. Okay. So let's go into the report. Me and Shadi bia report in a capture, because whether they like it or not, fundamentally these findings raises a lot deeper. So let's go into the executive summary. Me and share what the executive summary, talk about the candidates Bawumia, then Bawumia, now Bawumia. Shall we? Or say the stunning defeats of the party and their, and the rather unsatisfactory performance of the party in Ashanti the region that has always delivered the golden eggs, has unleashed a barrage of accusations and counter-accusations, which itself may result in inflicting a severe wound on the party if not confronted and curtailed immediately. This can only be done if the circumstances of the poor performance are properly investigated to establish the real causes. It is only after the facts, after being unearthed, that the appropriate solutions can be preferred and implemented. That's the report there. A study conducted in all the 47 constituencies used both qualitative and quantitative methods to gather data, where a team was employed to visit the constituencies to administer the questionnaires to 2,559 respondents. Now, it goes on. The research revealed the following as major causes: the current delegate system of selecting party leaders, including polling station, electoral area, constituency, regional and national officer, as well as parliamentary and presidential candidates, the regional economic hardship in the country. So now, reporting being a zero down to the findings, so why the MPP even lost miserably in their golden egg zone, where Ashanti region, capital Kumasi. Now listen, I say the regional and national officers, as well as the parliamentary and presidential candidates, the general economic hardship in the country during the period under review, the perception of corruption, the leadership style of the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, which people perceived as single-minded and intransigent, the perception that government was controlled by the family of the President Akufo-Addo, the perception that the President single-handedly controlled the party, the perception that candidates Bawumia, now we are here, now mark there, don't say mamake now we are now, Akufo-Addo is no longer in the picture, correct? Akufo-Addo, I repeat, is no longer in the picture. The man in the picture is who? The then vice president now doubles as who? As the candidate to lead the NPP. By the way, so then, question, was the report also assessed him? Yes, the report assessed him. Until now you drew on the side. To draw, say, the perception that the candidate's Bawumia, the vice president, was a shadow of the president. The perception that he was involved in where? In the Mampusi-Kusasi conflict. Ineffective operational coordination on the election day. The perception that candidates Bawumia involved in the Mampusi-Kusasi conflict. This is it. So the question remains, did the NPP consider, say, yes, re-electing Bawumia obviously is going to cost the NPP pretty much more a damage, in the sense he said, Adewe na moye no. Yen na yen himself ora Bawumia at a point. Jina simply so. And Bawumia said, it is the time or the tenure or a true Mampusi for so. Did Bawumia not say this? Bawumia kokansa asem we did that. Say, a true Mampusi for no show. And me one. You na see him say a so ho terrain ni mo ho no oho aye deja. The NPP sufo so ya aware so say prior to 2024 nipa last minute ho baby anamoa ora even say mo candidates at the time no onye candidate o ye ba beto aba no the vice president obi anim anamoa Bawumia otuye e wo the boko crisis ni mo edi oye ne kese de bae e wo sa region ni mo them upper east ho And a more report I capture he. Your report has captured mostly a perception, but then we are asking, we demand to know that may be some question we are Bawumia and Peso Beyano. Did Bawumia at any time flew a military helicopter bia na ohini bi shemu ani ye kwakosi ohini wo boko bibi says here ebiom I'm asking tonight has Bawumia not said say yes edru mamprisi for so ana onka sa asem we 3 how many of you in the MPP do know that place is the most so who do politics be politics awori fa yem family with my MPP sam but as long as I mimiti hey matna sa so na minim the volatile situation of this conflict way. Ye dear betimi a trickle down here south. Now cause a major blow to our national security. Again, this Yankasa continues to threaten our national security. Into ye betimi jai, I mean, forbid everything there. Ye mind, ye de Bawumia kwa kwesiso as long as a Bawumia be winning kwade and one ye de ye ko Bawumia winning, na Bawumia be winning. Na yebenya renewed clashes in Boko, never trickle destroy or main everything. The volatile situation, ebe say or maybe bia, I confronted the national security as long as a Bawumia be winning, na say jano ebe dere na nuya ani yura santene etu anamoma asumdwe kakra ba ho. Na no kra na yesi ni na na yete se nintwi bisano. Nti emfa MPP for no say Bawumia ko wini umirika mu Philistine ponko kikikikik o ko wini ano no nti obe wini na entokwa ebe baboko ho emfa MPP for mo mo report na capture emfa mo ho assessment ben na moye edien na MPP for mo beye so then Bawumia hailing from one side of the tribe, his presence as the chief executive of this republic will not, may not, and cannot jeopardize the national security of this state. Dear MPP for my yafa home. By a kind of crutch them. The Boko crisis, as far as I know, is much older than the MPP. Do you know? Mo party no is in 1992 year. But the Boko crisis, is over 100 times older than your party. And to kwanisha se na Bawumia ni enwo ne. They make a mote. Enti, say me my analysis on Bawumia severally overly. Any analysis via Mayor or Bawumia, no, I stay much longer on the security aspect of that candidate. Because there's so much fundamental security variables that seemed wrong on Bawumia, as well as Neyere. Not so near the problem, not that his wife is a problem. And one can say, no, not the Bawumia person, no. Bawumia be a national security threat because he hailed from one tribe of that enclave. Neyere so be part of the problem no. Neyere no susunim. Say no be first lady nipa begitri agitrada e free sa esoro ho ebegu ha na ne omo threaten Ghana's national security crime hu bi da. So both sides ni na Ghanaians MPP. But I'm beginning to see that the MPP for no don't really mind. It's not really an issue. If Bawumia will win, and as long as Bawumia will win, and the whole country will go in flames, hallelujah. Obet me atra Jubilee House. Bawumia knows it. Obet me atra Jubilee House. Bawumia know much more than you people know. The MPP know. Obet me atra Jubilee House. Now, as the dust settles, after the flag bearership contest, voices across the political divide are weighing in. We turn our attention tonight to some, stalwarts in the National Democratic, Congress, NDC, as they outline their expectation, cautioning notes and political message to the newly elected flag bearer. NDC Pennyfobisu A2 MPP. No, womodu omanu ye bi aba. Shortly after so yi Bawumia no. Womodu omanu ye aba. One in the NDC stalwart spoke about the newly elected flag bearer of the NPP. Who is this person and what is he saying? Take a listen to this.
Bawumia in particular, his hurdle is the crisis of credibility. Who wants to vote for a person who has proven himself to be a liar, a flip-flopper, a man who is not disciplined, a man who calls his political opponents all kinds of derogatory names? For Bawumia in particular, his hurdle is the crisis of credibility. Who wants to vote for a person who has proven himself to be a liar, a flip-flopper, a man who is not disciplined, a man who calls his political opponents all kinds of derogatory names?
Great. Now, so he's talking. Former Deputy Defense Minister, Dr. Tony Edu. And he says what? Bawumia has what? Some credibility deficit. Say yen the crow, Tony Edu di no. Also maybe start to make a choice. The supporters of Bawumia no, they will definitely come on. You know, so only the big goose will be bomb attacks and the things I have the time. Me quick one. You think I have the time to respond to you or even to mention your name? If I mention your name on my program, the fact that you are insulting the platform because we are talking about your candidates, then again I'm enriching your CV. But if I respond to you, then that's equally that I'm responding to animals. I don't respond to animals, I respond to human beings. So take it easy with yourself. If I don't respond to your foolishness, it means you are an animal. And I don't respond to animals. Okay? I have time, I respond to animals. Tonight I don't have time. Now, however, there remains a clear conflict regarding the period of service of Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia within the party. This inconsistency must be settled. The critical question is, whose account should we what? Take as what? Take as that of, if you like, authoritative in resolving this deficit. Between, say, Bawumia as serving MPP, how many years? I don't know. But nipa mienu kasa, two people are talking. Baako se was serving these years. Baako so say ono so was serving these years. So, for us to cure these inconsistencies, folks, whose word should we believe? I want you to listen to this, and then if you can send me messages, those animals who are insulting, we need more, actions than dramatics. So listen, those of you, the animals who are on the page, give me answers to this thing that I'm about to play. And let me tell you, no amounts that you do. I discussed Kennedy for like 2 weeks. And I'm going to go on Bawumia and then we place it there. Because we are going to even discuss Bawumia pretty much more. You see, there's always a saying, he who fights and runs away live to fight another day, right? So 2 years from now, you are going to fight this battle or this issue and fight it again. Are you all right? Why wouldn't you stop displaying this your animalistic tendencies? As if you wash your face upwards. But you know why? You attack this platform, you don't. We would speak, we'll tell the story as it is. So we want to cure these inconsistencies. Because minimum, how many years has Bawumia served in the MPP? Many are even raising issues, such as it's on the shoulders of Bawumia that all these confusions in MPP. Today, you can see a lot of confusion in MPP. It's much more deeper than it was some years ago. True or false? I don't know. But again, we want to cure this inconsistencies way. So help us to cure it. Between who is saying this and who is saying what. Take a listen to this.
A Service Party the last 17 years.
A few moments later.
Obi Awasum Party 24 years and counting.
God have mercy upon us.
A Service Party the last 17 years.
A few moments later.
Obi Awasum Party 24 years and counting.
God have mercy upon us.
Pasevi Party the last 17 years.
A few moments later.
Obi Awasum Party 24 years and counting.
God have mercy upon us.
I want to know. So, whose word should I go with? I don't know. I just want to know. Because we have to kill this mischief, this inconsistency, which is not in tandem with the best practices. And again, be mindful. Both are public figures. So one, a first lady or a second lady or whatever you call it. Bakosuzi, former vice president, correct? So both are in a commanding lead. They are in a commanding height. Into whose word should I believe? Those of you insulting the platform, fans and abroad, you can send it on my WhatsApp, 02029734661. Stop fooling. Munyai jimie. Munyai jimie. Na munyai se mu display the animalistic tendencies. So nama what drinking juma. Okay, na make no. Kweku me boudin a na chese ma enrich you CV. Ma moudin a ese hu se we hwirem aboa e boudin enye. Folks, we are learning that the investigative team set up to probe the former Ghana's ambassador to Nigeria, Baba Jama, has exonerated him from all allegations of money inducement and related offenses. Yes, sir. The question many are asking is this: were Ghanaians truly expecting the National Democratic Congress, NDC, to punish Jamal for any alleged wrongdoing, whether bribery, inducement, or the distribution of items such as television sets, motorbikes, and other gifts? Ghanaians, the answer tonight is heavily pregnant with what? No answer. Baba Jama, one mako akensie. And yes, Jama akwacheche nyoma say vahinnes ne minority for say yentiase say eden as I say yehwe na ye investigate say and NDC ekuro no asset a team say one mo ye den enko investigate no. Afi Joshua, calm down your voice. Afi de omukoye ya information abeto dwane say say eden but before say ye de Jama ebe gina simpie so na ya assessment no na media no the Ghanaian media na nkasampo no na media no edinkan apass on verdict, particularly one resource persons or moko tana show no so and then some journalists say anye yi oyiwa. There we go. Mobo hey ekrowe on my no ekrowe on my way mo might be say. Now listen, across the political divide, our entire political class stands deeply, listen Tio. Our political class stands deeply guilty when measured against the three principles of democracy. 33 years into the Fourth Republican Constitution, we must ask ourselves, have we truly advanced? Have we truly advanced, or have we lost our way? You may say, "What's asem?" Enfie dodo seni, enfie duasan bi ka ho. Omani name me son who say, also ye can't con ye koi, ye nim ne ye koi, and I yira. What do you saying? I'm sure so be true say the second one, yira poto, or yira ye nim bebia ye frimpo, and bebia ye ko. In many respects, we appear stalled, even embarrassed when compared with other growing democracies. Institutions mandated to guide and educate the ordinary Ghanaian on the tenets of democracy, particularly the civic education, have not lived up to their full responsibility. The painful truth is that until we confront these systemic weakness honestly and commit to genuine institutional reform, meaningful recovery, we will remain elusive. Arehu, momano ho yam, momano ya arehu. Who compare Ghana to other democratic other democracies are. No one who say, oh my Ghana, will gatem or da gatem we say, no who fi, no who tan no who can, or mine no, yeah. Are who minim da obenya time, but any day be obenya time. It's me na hwem yi pa, unya time wa, na wo pe Ghana semwa, tie wo wo time, na wo do Ghana so pa yi a, Ghana ye kuya. Ti Ghana ne da ne nne utimi ko independence ko na mako gina ho na musu mo man no wate bia na musu mo man ibisa o se de ba so mi su ama man no o de su kakra ma man no why awusu mo man no arehododo oh na utie media for no so a oh ene we ni yehu bi da oh we oh baba jama na se na ye den and I see and na ochiche oh you know why o man ni mu nipa na nkasa ya yarefo ye yare ye yare o then the institutions to say that na making National Commission on Civic Education. Womodi eno so say na omukro mo office no erade hey kwaku yatum when a chief executive over there, do you know him or her? Meaning who is there? The National Commission on Civic Education. Why no wo ho wo madwuma ne say wo mechire Ghana fo yi hwe obi ba begina simpie so yento abama no a say nipa no to say member of parliament a na edwuma ne se onko parliament nko hyemra ma wo keke emra no obehye no wo hye no no ankasa ene wo na wo to aba ma no munya mo be di mra no so ebiom eye aban no na sede se mpuntu dwuma ewo importem ho ene mensim no aban responsibility ni se oni municipal any district assemblies in the behwe se sampu ntudwuma ni na abeden ebekoso abani na dwuma ni se obehwe se Ghana fuyi ye bedi yie na ye hoato ye bedi di na yanom ni ada empaso ana keteso enye member of parliament na yeso onkom rahye bedwemo onko hye mraman no na sede ni se omra mesi school mamo omra me gata mamo mamo deben loans na mo fanko didwa ene ho nkeka ho no ni nara enema mienu miensa makeken eye National Commission on Civic Education wo madwumanie na hina office no yatum why na da no ye so matum mutum ache onyame kai wo man yi o awo mobo badebi amasa mekanise me can be just say Africa democracy enyamodia mo ze me mo bibia me ne mo kọ ye kọ Christmas me ka kire mo na ma campo de da no Usenina is beginning to play. It's beginning to play on our faces. Oh, when NPP no NDC, they will not, cannot, and may not develop this country under any circumstance. de omo ya na wuhu no obi ye bi na omako odi ase na de omo betimi aye na omaye mana ya bo ma baso pa na den sikadie ni madie ma na yeso omutimi ni wo sikadie de omo ya de sikadie ndi wo hu NDC ba wo hu sika dom a ye twe omo do omo kwa asem di bia no eno so kra anhwe ye ba bejeja omo gift or worry NSS ni hwan mo ahwa wati anani na wuntumi sika sen ahia mil over can say akwa no offense your way no oh this one the signals bureau BB saying kwabena eduos BB na edubuahen obeti ana edubuahen dey na ni na why now the agrada crowd them 15 years okay now won say nipa bi po obi kwaku ade na wato na agrada asem no unye ne una wudi ja eba ade ne yente agrada ade no mama no 15 years na mo say dey 1 year na msenti kwaku oh me na minim ntiatie mu yesi minya ntiatie mu na ye also kwaku come and talk your slow talk na ko the jai Ghana for na asem ai kwekwana kona kokeka wadwe kire agrada ade ntira mama no 15 years necessary na masi ate so na modi about 1 year so in the next couple of days weeks month next month or so is it a month of what July August I don't know but agrada is coming out obedie huisia ma oh Lord merciful folks make a short break me ba ye begina fake prophecy for no so as the build up toward what the frontline major expose coming. Now, Bawumia analysis nani igusu ye no. Ye do ko. Friday bebaso. But Mr. Ramo, more moody attempt, please help us cure this very inconsistency. 17 and I say 20 some I don't know. Stick and stay. I'll be right back. Great, guys. Welcome back to Ghana Speaks, of course, extension in this edition. We take a closer look at, our upcoming expose following the avalanche of prophecies that have flooded the media space. And of course, tonight, we are going to look into these avalanche of prophecies. Of course. Now, before, avalanche of prophecies is grabebano. Me didn't care you as to say. This year, 2026, the frontline investigation ya to hold that daw ebia beka ho one ba betra studio bebre kwa wa brochiri because of expose they are here Adrian are growing ebedi. Because of expose, some of them are here. A man of God be ekujina where one of the states. Now or prophesy ma Ghana for no mugu hey ono almost every year be oko US or prophesy ma ono. Wadada o maji bom nsem agije o mepo agije o $5,000. We dwane abetena Ghana ha. No we no. Sa program no ye no. And who videos na se for no wa deleting in every information super highway no so. Thinking say wa cover the back. Ghanaians, you won't believe this. On any iri na na one ministry him. And Ghanaians, you know him so well. Who is this? Tonight, let's listen to some individual men of God who have also stepped forward and taken it upon themselves to lash out at their own fellow men in the ministry. Yenti another badge we so. Womuso many abrepao. E kasetia womankasa now enuanoma software. Womudi onyankopon din aye kan say mo kan sempo hama no womudi bo dadwa ken na ye nada ni atro. You know, we speak against this. Who are these men of God? Take a listen to them.
Are the most dangerous people on this earth. Nipa o me babone o wiase miensa. I'm so for the kind.
So for the in fact no cray back of Chamo ye diganenya ye din sore ma brankasa.
Opa abu so for bidi. Na abu bidi da be member obi adi.
Ye din leti. Why?
Oba meka ti we wanya papa. Meka ma wa hwe ami nya obi. So for no way. Ghana ha. Mo wasofo.
Osofo bi obebi na no the whole Ghana. Appear and so a genuine man of God. No, many be that I'll come out and insult him and tell him, say, you are a foolish man. You are a froster. Oh, you're that daft. More than any patch. For Jimmy Koshefi. Oh, genuine man of God.
And I will feed you like I so we deny your son. Yamin Frey or my own voice. I want your margin in the edit.
Business we are sorry, we are doing business.
Hey, we say are sorry are doing business on this earth. I'm sorry.
Your business.
Hey, yes. And you have any good oh, bride didn't come out where you having a tour. Then
you single or software Ghana ha. And never
Yeah.
And you no kunkum nanim honhom bia ba no so ni nyina yaza sa Pentecostalism and charismatism no ayaza.
Okay.
Mama ka asem bi me se yam fa sori sika ma sori ba sa jikoya djuma en korada
So for papa be
yam fa sori sika no amma be sia monti haye yam fa sori ni sika ntue school fees monti haye anya so me ba yare da konfo anache enti awasa sori ne betua anya sanate. What's a the last one or say the munti ono kra friends ewu aho ewu o se yemfa asori sika emfa nko hospital say eni emfa asori sika so nyeden ensan so emfa nkotua school fees o se munti e so hone ko asum. Now listen to this one. At the close of prophecy, Prophet El Bernard delivered his final words on the NPP candidate Dr. Alhaji Samira Bawumia, insisting that he was not going to carry the day, even if the elections were what? Rigged in his favor. Ebra, if you don't move campaign the last prophecy El Bernard or the betu hunie. No the betu hono ubebi sese na angel na egusu kaseyana na angel minimum angel crow so engineer white black green red I don't know, I'm sorry, but the question was the same angel talking to him,
the same angel that was speaking to him as far as his client, Kennedy Japan, was concerned, and the same angel talking to him as far as his adversary, Bawumia, was concerned. Take a listen to this one.
Bawumia will not lead. Listen to me. Bawumia will not lead the New Patriotic Party. He can't lead. He can't win. If they can make a dog to fly, that is how Bawumia can win. Even when they rake, they will not win. Bawumia will not lead. Listen to me. Bawumia will not lead the New Patriotic Party. He can't lead. He can't win. If they can make a dog to fly, that is how Bawumia can win. Even when they rake, they will not win.
What did you can say? So other budin bia in you. So budin. Or budin. One is in or boy. Or Bob Bawumia is in. No, yeah, then. What happened? So Osha, what should we do to him? To this guy? Yes, or Bob Bawumia is in. And then what happened? Ghana for ne kanka kribia di a blasting on a wakope baby atna. And so now he says what? He's not going to prophesy for like maybe 1 year. I don't know. Na muamuti omaimu. Omaimu. Nasa omai our constitutional duties as Ghanaians say. Yebe kwa to aba ni ye obia. Oba betra Ghana so. Na wahwe me ye na ye di ye no. So ye nipa ben, so ye den. As I say, every Ghanaian, actually, no only Ghanaian, only the kind of assessment of Sani Pan say, yeah, 2 Messi, and I yeah, 2 no. I saw for this one, Ghana for the very first, assessment, no, Yankupon Mumna, I saw your first assessment of who and a Yanto Abanamano. Ghana for Muntiasami, said the way Kachemono. Shoo! Ye omemu timemu fono ye assessment in yamayo, but God has what chosen somebody say ono and ono Nyankopon say nipa ne medie yes so meanwhile the same as so from so be catch say the voice of the people then so how can then God will speak after the people? Does that make sense to you? The voice of the people is the voice of God, correct? That's correct. As they say. Now, the fundamental question is this. If God will not wait for the people to speak, why God would want to speak to this mushroom, useless fools, to come and declare God's intentions to us before we Ghanaians will go to the polls? Does that make sense to you? I'm trying to bring the celestial world to that of what? The terrestrial world. And then we can make a sense of it all. Animals. Bunch of useless idiots. Onse Wasofono have been making fools out of you through the spiritual order. God's fixed order and say, I'm sorry. And says, how? Huh? Wanu Nyankopon wanu boy yena. Or say, waman ye will. Our choice. Ya yenye DSC ye no. Na SSC a transit 4 years. And say Ghana nini transit. No ye assessment say esimesi bentin say the Bawumia afọ NDC the yenim o NDC yenim the awoba minim but MPP the yenim nti ebetimi aye Bawumia ho ebetimi the whole years akedi aye assessment Bawumia na kwete say ebetimi awewe hu bia betete na basani asre ne awe bia fine ne followers ne pe omumpe o ye beri Bawumia ho ana ye rine nam na ya win yi nti supporters of Bawumia munya krado right na ye te ho na ye assessment ni yenye but God has done on any assessment ewie no the assessment na ye wie no o de ama asofo no se monko na monko kan kire Ghana for say esimesi we no obewini na Ghana ni mfa ne kokromoti nkoye Tom Print wo de asofo no ye lunatics me catch us say these said they are Ota Black and say 94
of them, they are mad. Of your prophets for women are mad. So nya bodam na woma ba e na wo gan ni na wo be kwa gina sa osofo ni nim se onfa wo mfa sa tebia no so Bernard or Professor Hunipa na egua so say the black people, these people of color have become what? They have become the zombies who can be ruled by any shred of what? An empowerment. We don't have the consciousness and our power, the will, to be able to assess and evaluate who and at what time a spirit is speaking, and from who? From God or from the satanic world. Like what we are about to watch. No will be say, one more no matter something or more corner. One more says almost why to me ben eka se free moon. No say me yare, me say, why eka say, and on one who general no dramatics, clear drama. Watch this last video.
Everybody be able to come and show me say now. Me who say this baby show me say. Everybody be able to come and show me say. Oh, woman be for one. Asem kesi to mo chambe tu be believe ba. Ma who be ya ya. Asem be tu be be kan yo be ya. What am I for that man? When you back again, you say the kesi. Man be go pay be be kisa to mo ni bia. Ma e ye juma. Everybody be able to come and show me say now. You say be kan do pe. Open you will go for culture. Everybody about the wow. When King Kuliwa Matako, when you be French, I said, I said, I'm police station. Who will let the taxi be? Sikaliba. When King Kuliwa Matako, who will let Sika? Open my head, say, Connect of Enemy. Who should be Sika? Who said I can't open? When King Kuliwa Matako, when you back Factor Philip no me fama di open man. Bra bra bra. Sika na me si open man no benji. Sika yesi benji fi me nsem. Sister down. Down because I see myself giving you a bit. Yeah. Ah, but me who say you togo. Yeah. I see it. Who togo? You know togo? Nah. Togo na me fi buy. Togo na fi buy. Ko. You who say me ma wo togo. Yeah. Who be just sika bi. What king kuni wa tam so ma. Oba kwa me bodam. Wanga so me yare go for. I said, working crew what I was school yesterday. And when you budget, Sika when you budget, and I didn't be a one side I can't open. Working crew what I was but by who we are. But online was English, you translate to you. Yeah, who be there and to my was a kind of accident. Once you may have some what prayer can I'm gonna do something. Okay, what the prayer can but you may not do much legacy. Once I can't open, Sika Biba. And what the best 7 million power the open. And I want to you don't hear me. Okay, and what the best 7 million bed your power. Practice. Ube we are young Sika Biba. I want to give you what I was open you by a prostate cancer and also and a helper.
My online viewers, are mesmerized. They are mesmerized of the things they are watching. And these are your self-styled, self-acclaimed, self-imposed, self-notorious criminals. Uma flooded, the Christian space. And these are the kind of messages. In terms of, we are no with piano. Obe bodam, ube yese, namni ade. Ne, no, monso adia tumu. Osofo ne kacha se, ube bodam. Na unya o mizanza na, mebe bodam anti uye de nti, unso mimu na o mompa ya mame. Oko. We all see ye de, a robe beto, ushuwa mu, na oko. We susi yese o se, kansen, ube trashi. Usu benya cancer omaje the negative proclamation of the man of God no say enye adwuma. Folks, it's going to shock you, the upcoming expose and what you're about to hear in the very coming days, weeks. How the frontline expose is going to go. And renowned big men of God in this country, renowned big men of God, and the kind of atrocities they've committed against humanity here in this country. Bitinsem. Folks, me de ni na prapra kwan ma wo na me de we sia say kire say me bre na so nyankopon ya adma Friday will come with the weekend frontline still on your GPS Global Public Square. Of course, you will definitely call a friend, a brother, a sister. We sit together, we think and talk and make a sense of it all. Folks, great guys in Ebo Michidam up there. Eko Bismarck was on board, and of course Joshua on board, great guys online editor. Keynes, without his name, also on board, and the great guys out there, Kofi Ansa, and then Enoch Kofi Ejiri, director of research. Umina Abo Michidam Amedi show ne bro. Yami Adama Friday, I will come your way. We are still critically, taking a critical look of Bawumia's candidacy and what he brings on board. His political trajectory. What is it that Bawumia will be doing? The magic of Bawumia 2028. NDC for Bogako Yomudianaba. But we need just ended the year. Ubi Beka say, oh, MPP for Masia will be the message abroad because of this year to Ababium. Then I said, Bawumia no may give you up on him. And on any issue. But Meme Diana, as a citizen of this nation, I owe it a duty. Listen, the Bawumia supporters. Some of you, Munyai Jimie, stupidity. Munyai, allow the media and anybody. You will not tell us what to do. And you will not tell Ghanaians, say, I ento something nienko to Abama Bawumia without we making assessment. Who's a Ghanaian, Nyansanwa akaye kakra na sebin prediasano. That's why your political class continue to do this. The political class name who say ye menu mi no yadwene ne wo fom. Into 4 years ne beso na say Ghana ni ne trase no your assessment 4 years what have you done? Do not fall for the talking about kasano. No. Let's confront them. Na woni nipa ba kon so me di o menya brokesie papa pe ye e dwuma ya me ye the media ne dikrono omino e dik omina brokesie because media ne ntumi nya omadwuma. Na di ye beto aba na wie no check MPP NDC every 4 years bia 8 years bia beto aba ye besesa aba na pe ubenya a cross section of the media people either they are going into what position one deputy minister or court this or media. Check Abanwe. How many journalists from my fly home? Check MPP so the few ones now one bet now no my critical analysis no my question situation and so you who almost say one power minus them. They say me I've inherited a lot of enemies. Be brave, and I don't even care. And do you think I care? No. Now we'll tell you, man. Then I'll beat me. I go about drive, countryside and do my own thing. Or party ain't me shame, or candidates own me shame, and I'm a mediator or candidates war. So what the heck? I can check quick when I say, and I don't discuss about me and say, I brought down for lunatics. I'm preparing for me and go, Munko solve Boko crisis, The Boko crisis has been on our neck for well over saying a century and counting 100 years. Lunatics. Could be Bawumia so best of it is saying one is all back at Ghana for some hands. Is a drew man prissy for say, Yabeshe, a be drew almost what? Yabeshe, a bra ye analysis on Kennedy Japan. With him the way I normal feeling. How Becca say, oh, because we'll be crushed that from can say, oh, Kweku, for Kennedy analysis. Hey, please. I bring the trim court. We did the analysis the way I see a a black Kennedy Japan on one man who crying Emma Softway, mushroom way, Eberson come a brother the same Kennedy and so Jina Akunyaso air can send me to Ghana for say a software here baba for Naya Kushifo. That you turn the bang and an air second who said no at this time we a wrong move. Ebra no work can same way. no one who can in here no no so to osofo bisufie a omudi nkomo ho ne Christi no to osofo one of the fake men of God no tinifie a omudi nkomo ye hwan owusu bempa me make say asem na njira mo ever since I me be kan there are other bloggers bisu go omo so omo re-echo this na ne Christi oni abrante bi e friend guy G no omo nti owusu bempa fie omo ye den nti candidates na ono onim se sa nkrofo yi adadafo wo mo ya torofo wo mo ye nabrabafo ya kohwifo e ya kronfo. Come on please, all the candidates obi aniwa the campaign was dominated by what? Why Brian Echampo what is obi asha nkom di enti no man hye Brian Echampo nkom di enti no man hye wan editwum nkom di enti na Kwabere Japan man hye nkom di enti na Bawumia no yan hye nkom mo de hye Bawumia po na edodo wasan na Kennedy ho de hey ekwekwe yeni o yaba o ba na Kennedy ni mu a I didn't know one stop you. You see, we need be here political expediencies. Name idea. But you do, and the tax in a lande woman in this ho. Omukomo dwaneko. Eyemi ya intina mekano. Eyemi ya manu. Eyemi ya edema ora Kennedy said. Only very well said. He began with me. I was sad genuine so. Enti I am not at any point would see and figure say Kennedy would allow himself to be lured by these self-masqueraders. Oh, no way. I see it as a betrayal on one point. I see it as what? A miscarriage and a travesty. I'm being honest. That's why I'm talking this way. But the followers in back so no, yeah, because I know say Kennedy Diano, it was an unfinished business. As often will not make Kennedy to win power. That's the truth. No. But Mimi Nimse, one stop it first exposing. No, no, see, and say, oh, obey Winnie, obey say, and many other. Should be only be true. Then you look at say, it's a software and for many and to Yankopon Nimse no. Papa, you are bokegu, a kapao, nanu, a kabae. And then so a kaba. I feel glad the baby says and obey a dien. All of these masqueraders. Maybe only need drone no. And then I'm wakwata I ni TV to say kashire. Ni TV to say kashire. Wano such a lunatic or to parliament or say national de Parliament House. Wano to walk a count kwasiasam and the foolishness. Mini brima mo newu. Sama sofuwe ki count kwasiasam. They took him to the slaughterhouse. Pam, done. But Otie Yenzwe. So Otie Yenzwa. The lights of the Usu Bempanum were just at the corner. At that dafu wenum masqueraders when throw at that dafu she sumase umayomu esum gadi for. And we no. Yeah. Uvi se akonosa na wo de bibia anya bibi mpo no mumo nyankopon wo de mufa Kennedy mpo ntonche mumo nyankopon asem emrem e mumma onyankopon asem emrem but onyankopon asem ambem nti sabri mu asofo you continuously painting God as what on truth mumma onyankopon it say onye onyankopon for how long ena mo be sa ade we 2024 elections the same mu begina simpie so Mudi atro di yedi Bawumia will win and also what they were Bawumia ni avalanche of prophecies a good papa Bawumia to the extent on one krom krano Neil asofo bi to say more prophets for you na mo be yes ade no na obviously nye tuo na say de bobom kunkum firi o mai we mu komu ye wudifo na meka no ba ku bi worry now do ono ko sha America ho a and all Professor Mom, me when tapes ni negua, no Gigi Sika free Ghana for Omugo America. Ghanaians in America or Gigi Sika free. Consultation crown Oba online as well. Depending on kind of saying on the dates. Say and the date, you know, a 6 na $6. Say na 7 I'll be $7. A can $100, $1,000. Let me say
Hey, Rati Yesu, my goodness. You are commercializing the name of God. You are selling the name of Jesus, the name of God. You are selling it. Onyakopo se mon fema free said your name no. Na monzo e. Wo mu ya no mo say angel bi e no mo kasa. Angel ben. E na na make kire mu no. In 2 Corinthians chapter 11:14 no, e angel ben na e kasa